Welcome to Chicago's beautiful lakefront area where today's game will take place. Thanks for being with us. The teams are warming up and getting ready for the kickoff as the Giants get set to take on the Bears. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get today's game started. Number 9 is back and ready to put this one in the air. From the 7-yard line.
Kickoff return 18 yards.
Let's see if they can turn this first drive into points.
Well, John, you'd figured we'd see a lot of points today with one of the top quarterbacks in the league taking on a struggling defense.
Yeah, I'm worried a little about this corner's ability to keep the play in front of him. Not let the receivers get behind him for a big pass. The problem is the guy has a lot of different ways he can beat you.
Rolling out to his right. Throws it. The pass falls incomplete.
He just flicked his wrist and the ball just took off. He just needed to take a little bit off of that one, and it could have gone for a big play.
Burris was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
They ain't got nothing. Let's go.
Chicago comes out in a 4-3. Number 92 is there on the stop at the 24-yard line. Trying to find some room in the middle, but there was no place to go.
He brought some extra guys up on the run blitz. They got penetration, and they shut the play down.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Play hard and fast, baby.
The Bears come out in a nickel package.
Contain them.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. And good pressure forced him to get rid of the pass early.
Any way you look at it, an incomplete pass is a heck of a lot better than throwing it to the other guy.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out. From the 36-yard line. Number 23 takes the punt to the 42-yard line. Ball on their own 42.
The drive at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10.
Come on. Let's go.
Only one man in the backfield. Strahan is there on the stop at the 50.
A successful running attack requires good blocking up front to be effective.
Ball right around midfield.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Hey, let's go, 1 deep.
Number 22, the lone back. He gets the carry. Number 72 comes up to make the play.
He didn't hit the hole with much conviction on that one.
3rd and 3.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Defense, get ready.
The Giants come out in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback. Play action. Gets the pass off. Nice adjustment. And he's ridden out at the 32. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Come on.
New York comes out in their nickel package. Going to the air on 1st down. Throws it. He hits his receiver. Pierce is there on the stop. At the 19. They get another 1st down here.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass, and it's working.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
One back.
Number 22, the lone back. A little misdirection. Ross comes up to make the play at the 12-yard line. Number 22 hits the ball on the counter. Good pickup. Maybe 7. They're 12 yards away from the end
Ball
zone.
on the 12-yard line.
Will.
New York using 3 linebackers.
Man. Let's go.
Tucks it away. Clark is there on the stop at the 6.
Hey, all he had to do was get behind those big old blockers and just keep pushing. The next thing you know, they're moving the chains.
It's first and goal at the 6-yard line.
Solo!
Number 22, the lone setback. Grossman with a man in motion. Drops back with the pass. Completed pass to the wide receiver. Booker makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
It's second and goal at the 10.
Let's go, boys! On the 10.
They'll go from the I formation. Gets the pass off, and this pass is completed. Good read on that play, so they dropped back in zone and took advantage.
That's the kind of efficiency that the coach is looking for out of him. Take what the defense gives, don't force it, protect the football, those kinds of things.
4 yards to the end zone. And this is the 9th play of this drive. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Under pressure. Throws one up in the end zone. It's broken up.
That one could have been a touchdown. Big defensive plays like that are what separate the good defenses from the great ones.
Number 23 was his intended target. Number 9 will try to give his team the lead with this field goal attempt. The field goal attempt is good.
And give credit to the kicker there. It's nice to have a guy that can make your drive worth 3, even if you don't get it into the end zone every time.
Chicago is lined up for the kickoff. Moss back deep to return.
This one is taken by Moss. New York is trying to take the lead on this drive as they take over.
First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Go make a play! I can do it, baby! All right, now.
Manning with a man in motion.
Watch out.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets the pass off. And he makes the grade. And Gunlay comes up to make the play. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and clamping down on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
So we have first and 10
Ball
here.
on the 38-yard line.
Hey, let's go one deep. Come on.
He'll pass on first down. Throws it. Basher is there for the tackle at the 40-yard line. So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives them.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Play football. It's showtime, baby. It's on. Defense, get ready. It's run, man.
Harris is there on the stop. Defensive tackle stirs through the line to bring the runner down. Ball on the 38-yard line.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Move it up. Now let's big time.
Jacobs, the deep man.
Watch the play.
Give it to the halfback. Number 36 comes up to make the play. The Giants are handling the defense right now. They haven't even had a third down in this drive. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Get it, son. You can't stop me. Let's go.
Hand off to the tailback. Play action. With the throw, right on target to the wide receiver. He found the seam in the zone for a pretty good game.
That's just how they teach you to do it. Read the play, find the weakness, and then go after it.
Second and 6. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. You got to believe it. It's
After one quarter of play, the score is 3-0. There.
The Bears 3, the Giants nothing.
And we're ready to start the second quarter. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Here we come. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Chicago lines up in a 4-3. It's the pass off. Incomplete. He appeared to feel the pressure there.
So many passing attacks in the NFL rely on timing. When you can put pressure on the passer, you never give him a chance to get into a rhythm. And you force him to throw the ball before he wants to.
25-yard line.
Let's go, B. Let's go now.
The Bears line up in a 4-3. Going to the right. Vasher is there on the stop at the 24. The offense stalls, but they do have a chance to put 3 points on the board. And so looking to tie it up, the kicking team takes the field. The kick sails through. It's good.
The key to winning is having your drives get some sort of points for your team. They got it done on that drive. I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for their next one.
Time is just about ready to kick this one away. From the 6. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. It's 1st and 10.
Start the drive at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Keep it up. Good shoot. We total it up.
They'll pass on 1st down. Gets the pass off, and the catch is made.
He has such a quick release, and the ball is out before anybody knows what's happening.
That makes it hard for him to be sacked, and it gives the defenders less time to react.
Ball on their own 45.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Let's turn it up, D.
The Giants come out in a 4-3.
Keep the throttle down.
With a counterplay. Number 97 comes up to make the play at the 47.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that you're willing to run.
Ball at midfield. Ball on the 47-yard line.
The Giants line up in a 4-3.
Get me going.
Tosses it left. They'll spot this one at the 49-yard line. And that tackle gives him 3 in the game. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today.
3rd and 6. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Play 2 quarters. 2 quarters.
Grossman will work out of the shotgun. Steps up into the pocket with the pass. Complete to the wide receiver, Knight. Comes up to make the play.
The result of the play
26
is a
yards.
1st down.
Ball on the
10.
26-yard line.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Everything you got. Go. Take it right.
Grossman from the shotgun. They'll bring the blitz. And it's complete. Number 96 is there on the stop at the 15. And so a risky call to send the corner backfires, and they give up a 1st down.
Some quarterbacks love blitzing corners because they know that there's one less cover man out there, and they have a lot better shot at hitting someone in stride.
Nothing. They don't get nothing. Here we go.
The last red zone trip resulted in a field goal. With the pass, he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown.
Set.
The point after is good. Marty Booker came up with several big receptions on that touchdown drive, John.
And you know, when I talked to him last week, he said they were really going to try and get him the ball more.
Number 9 looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off.
Moss back to return.
This one is taken by Moss. Moss has a nice return, taking it back to the 26.
They'll start the drive at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Launches this one to the left. He made the catch. Brown comes up to make the play at the 21.
Eli Manning is going to be the real deal. It's just a matter of time. There are times when he doesn't look very good, and there are times when he looks brilliant.
Ball on the 21-yard line. The Bears with a 4-man front gets the call. Number 36 is there for the tackle at the 10. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
Drops back. Gets the pass off. Batted down at the line of scrimmage.
That was a good play, turned bad play. Good because their zone defense worked well. Bad because he dropped the interception. That's one he wishes he could have back.
It's 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Chicago using 3 linebackers. Receives the handoff. It's on the ground. The Giants are there to pick up the ball. They lose the ball in the backfield but manage to recover.
That was a great play to swallow up the ball carrier and put a big hit on him like that.
It's 3rd and goal at the 11-yard line.
Let's go now. It's all about teamwork.
Only one man back. Shockey moves in motion.
Here we come.
Gets the pass off, and he makes the break. Break is there for the tackle at the 6-yard line. So on the 3rd attempt from inside the 10, the pass is complete, but they can't get it in.
It's just not good to fail when you get that close. It gives the defense something to get hyped up about. And you don't want this defense any more hyped up than they usually are.
So this will be a 23-yard field goal attempt. Time bangs it right through and adds another 3 to their total. So after the field goal, the score is 10-6 Bears.
New York is lined up for the kickoff. Heston back deep to return.
This one is fielded by number 23. Defense looks to rebound after that last effort when they allowed a touchdown.
The Bears will start the drive at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let us big time.
Grossman scans the defense from the gun. It's a blitz. He hits his receiver. The defense blitzes the corner, but the quarterback got rid of it quickly for a completion and a 1st down.
That was a great play because he saw him coming, remained calm, and threw an accurate pass.
Ball on their own 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Come on.
The Giants come out in a nickel package. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. The 40. Ross is there on the stop.
Reception.
Powerful arm brings them a 1st down this time.
Yeah, and you talk about putting some heat on your throws. This guy really let it go.
1st and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Bring it up, bring it up.
The Giants line up in a 4-3. It's loose.
Second and long. Ball on the 42-yard line.
The Bears call a timeout. They have one timeout left. We're at the 1 minute mark.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Throws it. He hits his receiver, and he's forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Time for the defense to play up tight and bump those receivers. If they do that, they can disrupt any short patterns that the quarterback is planning on throwing to.
Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team. The Giants line up in a 4-3. With a counter play. And he just got leveled. Good blocking up front and a nice game on the count.
Yeah, and that was a perfect call in that situation. He did a nice job avoiding the first wave of defenders, then converting for the first down.
So they have 1st and 10 here. With the throw, the wide receiver has it. The 10. Butler is there for the tackle at the 8-yard line. Rex Grossman doing an excellent job on this drive. It's 1st and goal.
Ball on the 8-yard line.
Get some swat going. Watch this.
The Giants come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. Dumps this one off to the right. Pierce is there on the stop. That's a 15-yard line.
Testing the pass defense on 1st down and goal, and for now anyway, they hold them.
It's 2nd and goal at the 15. Number 9 and the kicking team come on for this field goal attempt. It's good. That kick is good, and it's his 2nd field goal of the game.
Not every drive is going to get you a touchdown, so getting 3 was big. Now they got to go over what worked and what didn't, so the next drive will get him a TD.
Squib kick. Not the type of kickoff they wanted.
Penalties and takeaways can really kill a team. Usually the team with the fewest mistakes out there will win the game.
1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Don't stop that motor. Keep moving.
Out of the shotgun. Throws it. Right on target to the wide receiver. Tillman is there for the tackle at the 41-yard line. And this should be the last play of the half.
41-yard line.
Let's go.
Chicago looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dime.
Let's go.
With the pass, and he makes the grab. Number 36 comes up to make the play at the 28-yard line. So after the first 2 quarters of play, the score is 13-6. There.
New York, 6. We're ready to begin the 3rd quarter of play.
Time will be kicking off.
Start the 2nd half. Heston.
Booming kick downfield. From the 4. Chicago can take complete control of this game if they can get this one into the end zone. Ball on their own 26.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Get me going. Get it up. Get it.
The Giants with a four-man front. Pass play here on first down. Pressure.
When you think about guys who have a big heart, this guy has to be at the top of the list. He just never lets up out there.
Now they're looking at second and long after the sack.
20-yard line.
Defense, get ready. We're talking
The
about
Giants come out in a nickel pack. He won't get away. Now they'll face a third and long after the defense got 2 consecutive sacks.
Yeah, you can't get into third and longs no matter who you play. If there's no open receiver, sometimes you just have to throw it away.
It's now third and long after the sack.
15-yard line.
Stay in your lane. Let's go.
Rosen out of the gun.
Watch the vertical.
The rush is on. Gets the pass off. It's caught, but the defense stops him. It's only fourth down.
That's what you need on a third down play. Make sure that he doesn't get the first down.
Nothing happening on that drive, and they'll punt it away.
And he chooses not to return this one.
Made at the 16-yard line. The Giants will start the drive at the 16-yard line. First and 10.
One more, fella.
Chicago comes out in their nickel package with the pass. This one falls incomplete. A little bit long, overthrowing the receiver.
That might have had something to do with his follow-through. If you release the pass just a little late, you're going to see underthrows or balls thrown into the ground. If you release it too early, then you'll see an overthrow like that.
Do something.
Chicago lines up in a 4-3. Gets rid of it. Swings it out to the left side. Tillman with the tackle at the 18.
Personal
Hold
foul,
on a second.
face mask on the defense. Number 33.
So it's a
automatic
15-yard
first down.
penalty, not the incidental 5-yard face mask.
He's lucky his head's still on the way he got yanked down there.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
All right, let's go. Deuce it. It's showtime.
Chicago using 3 linebackers. Rosen. Brown comes up to make the play at the 46. Johnny has great touch.
Now you say, what's his strength? What does he do best? Well, you can see it right there. It's his accuracy that puts this guy on a whole nother level.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
You gotta believe it. It's RJ. Here we go.
Chicago lines up in a 4-3. Closing in. The defender's got it. Manning has that one picked off.
The ball and the defender and the receiver all got there at the same time.
Following the interception, it's now first and 10.
Yard line.
All right, now.
The Giants come out in a nickel package. They'll go with a play fake. Throwing. Incomplete.
Number 23.
Was the intended receiver on that play. Madison had the coverage on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Number 22, the deep back. With the pass. Incomplete pass. The defense forced the issue that time, John.
The guys up front got good pressure, forcing him to get rid of that one before he wanted to.
Third and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants come out in a nickel package.
Let's go. From the start.
Drops back. Going for the deep man. Pass falls incomplete.
The defense dug in their cleats. We've held their ground on that series of downs.
Maynard is ready to punt this one away. Moss is back to receive this kick. Fair catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Stay at home. Keep moving. Let's go, dude.
Only one man in the backfield. With the throw.
They like to throw it to the sidelines in situations like that. The throw was just a little off.
Burris was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Jacob, the deep back. Little misdirection. Number 36 is there on the stop at the 22. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. Ball on their own 22.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Watch screen. This too easy. We fine. We good. Stay focused, BB. Let's go.
Here they come. With the throw, this pass is incomplete.
I'll tell you, the defense made a great stand right there.
On the play.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. He signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 36-yard line. The
First and
Bears
10.
will start the drive at the 36-yard line. First and 10.
New York using 3 linebackers. Pierce is there for the tackle at the 40-yard line.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. There are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Stay at home.
Number 22, the long back, and they go with the delay. Pierce comes up to make the play at the 42. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far. The defense has had difficulty stopping them on third down. Sammy Knight picks it off. Perfect defensive percent, a great individual effort tonight.
He has a strong, accurate arm, but he can also be a little reckless with the ball, taking some risk downfield that he really should. You got to do a little better reading defense. Throwing like that into his zone coverage, you're going to get into some trouble.
Following the interception, it's now first and 10.
Watch the play. Quick shoot. Watch it.
The Bears line up in a 4-3. Pressure coming. Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
Second down, and they need 15 for the first.
50-yard line.
Chicago goes with a 4-man front.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the hard count.
With the carry, great fake. Under pressure, looking for the long completion. Drops the interception. The defender makes a good play to break up the defense.
Yeah, he had great coverage, but the ball should have ended up in his hands, not on the turf.
Third and 15. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Be careful. They ain't got nothing. Here I come.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Stay deeper than the deepest. There we go, dude.
Gets the call. Nice play fake. With the pass, and the catch is made. And they don't pick up nearly enough for the first down, John.
I'll tell you, this is such an odd decision. You've got to be able to execute a play with deeper options when you've got third and long.
Seagulls will come in now to punt it away. Number 23 looks like he's ready for the return. And he signals for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 11-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Come on. Not today.
The Giants line up in a 4-3.
Here we come.
Give it to the halfback. Hart is there on the stop at the 13-yard line.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very far.
Ball on their own 13.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Back it up, baby.
Number 22 is the deep
Deuce
back.
it, deuce it. Keep moving.
Throws it. Almost intercepted. Booker was his intended target. Ross with the coverage.
Receiver on the play. Third and 8. Ball on the 13-yard line.
All right, let's go. Listen, take it on.
The Giants come out in a nickel package. Fires this one deep. It's caught midfield. Butler comes up to make the play. It's a 47-yard line. Bennett did a great job getting behind the secondary.
As a receiver, that's exactly what you have to do. Run past the deep zone and make a big play.
Ball at about midfield.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
It's showtime, baby. Ain't no thing.
The Giants with a four-man front.
Come on. Throw away. Everything you got.
Handed it off to the back. Butler is there for the 22 at the 43.
Gain
Number
of
22
4
rumbles
on the play.
forward for a gain of 4. So at the end of the third quarter, the score is 13-6.
The Bears.
13, the Giants, 6.
And we'll start the
Is
fourth
about to
quarter.
begin.
Second and 6.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Get some slack going. Play hard and fast.
New York comes out in a 4-3.
Hey, watch the screen. Hold the look. Stay both up.
The blitz is on. With the throw,
The pass
pass ball's incomplete. This defense, John, knows how to create a lot of pressure.
Putting pressure on the quarterback can disrupt passes, but pressuring the receivers can do the same thing. If you can play physically on the outside, bump them off their routes, hold them up at the line, you can take away his receiving options, forcing him to just get rid of it.
Hand off to the tailback. Butler is there on the stop at the 40-yard line. Chicago comes up short on third down again. Moss will go back to accept this punt. And he chooses not to return this one.
Well, it's crunch time now. This might be their last chance, so they have to stay focused, be efficient, and get the ball into the end zone.
Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Chicago using 3 linebackers. They give it to the halfback. Gray comes up to make the play at the 25-yard line. So after that run, we can see how the 2 main threats on the ground have fared so far. Ball on their own 25.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Not today.
Jacobs, the lone back. He hands it off. Harris is there for the tackle at the 27. Jacobs paddles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Third down and 3 coming up.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
The Bears out with 8 guys in blocks. Runs them over. They'll spot this one at the 35-yard line. The tackle is his 5th of the game.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the fourth quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense because it keeps them off balance.
Let's go. Get it started. Let's go. Be good.
Pass play here on first down. With the throw, right on target to the wide receiver. Manning completes that one, and it goes for about 4 yards. Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Hey, watch that screen.
They're looking for the run with all those linebackers out there. Number 36 comes up to make the play. 2-yard gain.
2 on the play. Third and 4. Ball on the 41-yard line.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on 3rd down so far. Trying to pick up the first down on the ground, but they're short.
I have to question that call. They're losing the game, and they aren't in field goal range, but they still run the ball.
Number 23, back to return. Fair catch called for. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Watch the snap down. Watch the hard count.
New York comes out in a 4-3. Hands it off. Number 97 is there on the stop at the 23-yard line. Number 22 picks up a couple on the delayed handoff.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants with a 4-man front.
Don't stop that motor. Here we go, baby. Deuce it, deuce it.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still second
Number
down.
67 moved a little early there.
Yeah, the rule for the offensive line is once you put your hand down, you can't move until the ball snaps.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
The Giants line up in a 4-3. He gets the count. Pierce comes up to make the play at the 20. Number 22 paddles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Turnover, turnover, turnover.
New York comes out in their nickel package.
Let's make a play.
They tried to jump the
Encroachment
step
number
down.
72.
That'll cost him 5. So he's
Still
called for
third down.
encroachment.
The defense needs to concentrate better than that. Nothing frustrates a coach more than a penalty like that.
They're looking at a 3rd and 5 here after the back.
25-yard line.
From the start, from the start. Watch your eyes.
The Giants line up in a 4-3. Give it to the halfback. The 40. The 40. The back breaks free. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Bears.
When you talk about a dangerous back, this is what you have to be able to do. Not only get out there and outrun the defense, but have the power to bounce off a tackle and keep going.
The extra point attempt is good. So following that touchdown, the score is 20-6. Bears. Number 9 in to kick this one off.
For the kickoff. Moss back deep to return.
This one is taken by Moss.
This is where all your guys on offense have to step up and make plays. Time's running out, and they're facing a pretty large deficit. So this is where you're going to have to try and execute and come up with a little luck maybe.
They'll take over at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10.
The Bears with a 4-man front.
Hey, let's
Pass play here on first down. Throwing. Gets his hand on it.
Great position and great reaction made that play happen.
Number 36 is there on the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Let's go, B. Let's go.
Chicago goes with a four-man front.
Get me going.
Drops back. Gets rid of it. And he hits his target. Tillman comes up to make the play at the 40-yard line. So after that nice catch and run, here's a look at his stats. With the throw. The wide receiver has it. Midfield. Brown is there on the stop at the 42. And they hurry up to the line.
That's coming through, baby. We gotta believe it. It's our game. Here we go. Yeah.
Blitz is coming. The defense appeared to have jumped a little too soon.
Number 98.
Penalties
still
and
first down.
takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Safety right.
The Bears come out in a nickel package. Going to the air on first down. Throwing. And he goes out at the 25-yard line. Plexico Burris brought it in just before he fell out of bounds. Good catch for a first down.
You talk about coordination. That is not an easy thing to do.
First and 10.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Clear. Clear.
Chicago comes out in a 4-3 with the pass. The 10. They're going to spot this one at the 5.
He found the ball carrier there again, and that's something we've seen plenty of in this game. They're going to go with a no huddle.
With the throw, and he makes the grab. Urlacher is there on the stop. At the 1. Looks like they'll go with a hurry up here.
We're talking about green. What going? It's on.
Drops back. Goes to the end zone. Nearly intercepted. Oh, man, he had it in the end zone, but dropped it.
That's the second worst thing that can happen to a defender, to drop one like that. The absolute worst thing is to have your man beat you for 6.
It's 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Do something. Here we go.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
They'll bring the blitz. Looks to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Great catch for the touchdown.
Yeah, he's a veteran receiver, and he knows how to get open in the end zone.
Times comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. The Giants are now down by only a touchdown. Well, they need the ball back, and they need points, so they're lining up for the onside kick. Here's the onside kick. Chicago recovers it, and he'll take it out of bounds at the 49.
You know, they could put this one away with a good drive here.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Yeah, you see me. Go make a play. What's the hard count? Hey.
Fullback handoff. Michael Strahan brought him down for his 3rd tackle. Picked up about 6 yards that time.
Second and 4. Ball on the 43-yard line.
You can't stop me.
You go to the halfback. Robbins comes up to make the play at the 42. Number 22 takes it up the middle for a yard or 2. 3rd down, and to convert, they have to get it to the 39 on this play.
Play football. Watch each other back. All right, let's go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Around. Number 72 is there on the stop.
Timeout.
And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
Watch your eyes. Come on. Set. Hut. Hut.
He'll just take a knee.
One more, fellas. We covering the red. Lucky. There's some slot going. So we gonna take it. Stay posted up. Watch the snap down. All right, here we go. It's showtime, baby. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
And there's the kneel down by the quarterback. This game reaches its conclusion with the final score, Chicago 20, New York 13.
New York 13.
This game is presented by the authority of the National Football League and EA Sports. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the expressed written permission of EA Sports is prohibited. This is Al Michaels. Good night.